downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. That's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the running game with Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Yeah, the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
On 2nd and goal. Mayfield, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Murray going to try to throw on third down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. Screenplay, Johnson. He takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
The score, Lions 7, Browns 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Browns 0.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Mostert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Walker on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First down.
Mayfield on first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his right. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Raheem Mostert, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An injury timeout here, as I believe, yeah, that's DeAndre Swift. Swift is still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing now is Murray. Flushed out right. He took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
22 yards. First down, Cleveland.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
To Michael Gallup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
10 yards to go.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. As they use the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. The kick by Parkey is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense and hold up their end.
Open man is Galladay, complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, Murray. He sets to fire deep. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for T.J.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know that
he rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now they go screen. It's complete. Gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's good.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
10 at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running is Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Swift. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
The D locked in on third down, brings up fourth.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
25-yard line. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Mostert, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Earl Thomas. First and goal, Cleveland.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. Here's Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
Second down and goal. Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, but now it's third and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on fourth and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now from Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, and they go with Swift again. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. This is Scarborough. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. It's incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Mayfield on play action. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mayfield down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 27 yards there, a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Good.
Parkey adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cleveland, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.